Hello students, welcome to our today's video on Pelton wheel. In this video, we will study some numericals on the Pelton wheel. So the first numerical reads like this. A Pelton wheel has a mean bucket speed of 10 meter per second with a jet of water flowing at the rate of 700 liters per second under a head of 30 meters. The buckets deflects the jet through an angle of 160 degree. Calculate the power given by the water to the runner and the hydraulic efficiency of the turbine. Assume coefficient of velocity as 0.98. So this is the problem. Now we will see one by one what is given in the problem and what is asked to find out. So the first thing given is the mean bucket speed, which is equal to 10 meter per second. Mean bucket speed means the speed of the buckets or runners at the inlet and at the outlet is equal and is equal to 10 meter per second. Hence we can write this as u is equal to u1 is equal to u2. u1 is the mean bucket speed at the inlet, means where the free jet of water strikes, and u2 is the mean bucket speed at the outlet, means at the outlet tip of this bucket. The next thing given is the discharge, the flow rate. The discharge is denoted by capital Q. It is equal to 700 liters per second, which can be written in SI unit as 0.7 meter cube per second, because 1000 liter per second means 1 meter cube per second. Hence 700 liter per second will be equal to 0.7 meter cube per second. And this discharge is when there is a head of 30 meters. Means this discharge is delivered when the wheel is working under a head of 30 meter. The head is always a net head. So the net head working on the turbine is 30 meter. The angle of deflection is 160 degree. Angle of deflection means the angle if the jet is striking like this and this jet is getting deflected by an angle of 160 degree, then this is called as the angle of deflection. So if we need to calculate this phi is the vane angle at the outlet, then this phi can be calculated like this. Phi is equal to 180 degree minus this deflection angle of deflection. So this will be the angle of deflection, so we can easily find out the value of the phi. So phi can be find out using this angle of deflection as phi is equal to 180 degree minus 160 degree is equal to 20 degree. So this vane angle can be used in the following equations to find out the power and hydraulic efficiency. The next thing given is CV. CV is the coefficient of velocity. It is equal to 0.98. So if we multiply the theoretical velocity to this coefficient of velocity, then we will get the actual velocity. So what we need to calculate then we need to calculate the power given by the water to the runner. So we need to calculate the power is equal to watt, and then the hydraulic efficiency eta H is equal to watt. So to find the power, we know the formula for the work done. Formula for the work done is work done by the jet of the water per second is equal to rho into A into V1 into the bracket VW1 plus VW2 bracket complete multiplied by U. So here we know the density, as it is a water, the density is 1000 kg per meter cube. A into V1 is equal to area into velocity, it is equal to discharge, so its value is capital Q, which is also known. U is the mean bucket speed, so its value is also known. So we only need to find out this value of this VW1 and VW2. So what is this VW1? VW1 is the velocity of whirl at the inlet, and VW2 is the velocity of whirl at the outlet. So these are the x components of the main force. which can be seen from this diagram. So here, as the free jet of the water striking at the middle part of this bucket, the velocity triangle has a linear shape. So we know that in case of Pelton wheels, the VW1 is equal to V1. This velocity of whirl is equal to V1, as the VF2 is 0, velocity of flow at the inlet, VW1, VF1 is equal to 0 at the inlet. Hence V1 is equal to VW1. So as we know this value of V1, we can easily find out the value of VW1. So how to find this V1? V1 can be found out by using the equation root of 2gh. It is the theoretical velocity, and the actual velocity, if we multiply it by CV, then we can find out the actual velocity. So by using this formula we can find out this V1. If you find out the V1, then VW1 can be calculated. And to calculate VW2, we will take help of this outlet velocity triangle. So from this outlet velocity triangle, there is this angle phi. So we can say that this cos phi is equal to U2 plus VW2 divided by VR2. So using this formula we can calculate VW2. So let's start the problem. So firstly we will find V1. V1 is equal to CV under root of 2gh. So what is the value of CV? It is 0.98, we already know. And what is the value of h? It is 30, we already know. So it will equal to 23.77. You must calculate all these value on your calculator. Then we need to find out the relative velocity at the inlet, this VR1. This VR1 we can calculate by using this formula. This V1 minus U1 is equal to this VR1. So value of V1 we have just calculated. Value of U1, which is equal to mean bucket speed velocity, it is already known. So relative velocity at the inlet can be find out like this, 13.77 meter per second. And when the guide blades are smooth and there is no loss, then we can say that the relative velocity at the inlet is equal to relative velocity at the outlet. Hence VR1 is equal to VR2. So the VR1 is equal to VR2. So the relative velocity at the inlet and outlet will be same. It is equal to 13.77. Now to calculate this VW2, VW2 is equal to VR2 cos phi minus U2 from this outlet velocity triangle and explained earlier. So the value of VR2 we have just calculated. Value of phi we know it is 20 degree, and value of U, it is the mean bucket speed, it is 10. So calculating this we will get the value as 2.94 meter per second, and the value of V1 will be equal to this VW1, which is equal to 23.77. So we know now the value of VW1 and VW2. So we will move towards the work done equation. Work done equation is rho A V1 multiplied by into the bracket VW1 plus VW2 bracket complete multiplied by U. So put the value of VW1, VW2, V1, U and this discharge value in place of this A into V1. We will get the value of the work done as 186970 Newton meter per second. And if we divide this by 1000, then we will get the value in kilowatt. As we know that Newton meter per second, it is equal to joule per second, because Newton meter is joule. If we now multiply it by 100,000, then it will become as kilojoule per second, and this kilojoule per second, it is equal to this kilowatt. So if we divide it by 1000 now, then it will become in kilowatt. Hence in kilowatt the power will be equal to 186.97 kilowatt. So this will be the power delivered by the turbine. And now the hydraulic efficiency From the formula of hydraulic efficiency, we know that it is equal to twice into the bracket Vw1 plus Vw2 multiplied by U divided by V1 square. So all these value Vw1, Vw2, U and V1 we already know. Just put those values and calculate. We will get the value as 0.9454. So if we state it in form of the percentage, it will be 94.54%. So by this way we can calculate the hydraulic efficiency and as well as the power. Thank you.